You're watching the WSL Post Show here for the Rip Curl Pro Bells Beach, presented by Bonsoy. What a day. Quick call early this morning. The sun was barely up. It was about a little after 6 or so, and it's a little after 6 in the evening. Wow. How are you guys feeling? Joe Trappell, Rosie Hodge, Richie Lovett here on the Harvey Norman host set. There's a lot to take in on opening day, Rosie.
I love it. I love the first day of competition. I get, it's that first glimpse of everyone's intent. How's the equipment looking? Are the surfers prepared? Are they ready for battle? And we saw a lot of battles today.
All those things that Rosie just brought up, Rich, how did they take it on? You know, kind of giving an overall grade to our professionals on tour.
Amazing day. It was great to watch the form of the men and the women. Awesome call to get competition underway today, and it just got better and better through the afternoon. We saw classic groom conditions down at Winkipop and some of the most high-performance surfing to kick off the event. Everything from airs to power carves, and what a way to finish.
Well, one surfer we really need to dive into is the story of world #1 Molly Picklum coming home to Australia. She's been incredibly busy. We wanted to see how she was going to perform. Entered the water with some aggression and a lot of confidence. Seen her battle with Macy Callahan and Joanne DeFay. How'd you see this one play out, Rosie?
Yeah, brilliant heat. Great to see Joanne back in competition. Macy was so impressive, incredibly just staunch maneuvers. But it's interesting because Molly, there's been a lot of noise as she enters that world #1 headspace. And she's done so well to keep her composure and really wear that yellow singlet with a lot of authority.
Sometimes wearing yellow, you feel like you got the target on your back, and it can make you almost uncomfortable, like you don't want to drop it. For Molly, I think it's going the other way, giving her a lot of confidence right now.
Absolutely. We're watching a woman here who's just maturing into this position, who's growing in front of our eyes in confidence, and her surfing ability just keeps getting better and better. She's so comfortable in the yellow jersey, and we're going to have to wrestle it off her, I think.
Every time she answers a question, too, in front of a big crowd, in front of media, she's just so confident. She's been just prepared for this her whole life. Just seeing how DeFay stayed in third in that heat, though. Talk about a heavy heat in the elimination round. We're losing one of these surfers. Tatiana is a Bells finalist. Tyler Wright's a defending Bells champ. And Joanne DeFay is coming back from injury, who's looking incredibly confident. How is that one going to play out?
The elimination round is no joke, and it's, as we hit that mid-year cut, as we look at what the implications are for all of these heats, it's a scary thought. I mean, for Joanne to find herself in that round coming back so far in the season, there's a lot of groundwork to do.
Crazy to see a situation like that for how dangerous Tatiana is, and Tyler looking to defend her title here. Last thing she wants is an elimination round loss.
Yeah, that hero to zero, you want to stay away from that label and, stacked, but this is the nature of the sport at the moment. We're seeing these younger women starting to come in and take the glory, take the points, and this is what's going to happen.
As we also transition to the big day for the men, a big heat that really stood out was watching Gabriel Medina, Kanoa Igarashi hit the lineup. A lot of fire between these two guys, and Liam O'Brien ended up getting sent to the elimination round. Medina was incredible, especially when he got everybody screaming on that full rotation.
Yeah, and this is where you thought, okay, Medina's going to run away with this, because this was pretty early on in the exchange, but then Kanoa was so amazing to watch. You know that he's trying to save his spot on tour.
Yeah, absolutely. It's clutch time for Kanoa, and he's done a full reset. He's got a new coach in Mitchell Ross, a new mindset coming in where he's going to go back to what he knew instead of trying to put on a show. He's surfing to win now, and just an amazing performance. Light and fresh, just the board looks so spicy, and pinpoint timing, completely accurate with every single maneuver that he did today, and took the win.
And Gabriel Medina happy to stay in second there, even with that 8-point ride, that big full road, biggest pun I saw all day. But Igarashi, the man of the moment, like you mentioned, he's in a totally different seat. He wore yellow at this event last year. He was #1 in the world. Now he needs to make some heats to qualify past the midseason cut. 8.23, 8.17. Didn't look like he was performing with any pressure whatsoever. And it's crazy how quickly things can change. You're at lowers competing for a world title. now he's competing for a spot on tour.
Yeah, it's hard to keep that endurance. I think surfing is that endurance sport where every single year you have to reinvent yourself, but I think a lot of confidence can be taken out of the fact that Kanoa got the win over Gabriel Medina in that heat, and let's see what kind of steamroll that can give him through this event.
There's certain things that get people fired up, and I think for Kanoa, he likes when he's got a bigger name next to him. I just remembered heat in the Olympics where he beat Gabriel Medina with a big air. It's some people just standing next to you that people are saying it's impossible. He can make it probable, and he did that again today.
Look, Kanoa's not shy in saying what he wants to do, and he wants to win a world title. You know, when other people maybe come up against the likes of Medina and go, oh, wow, you know, this is a big task for me, you know, Kanoa gets excited. Bring it on. I want to absolutely nail this guy, and I want to win. So I feel like he's got enough confidence to get himself out of this situation, and with surfing like that, you know, he could go all the way through and maybe win the bill.
100%. Great part of the WSL post show. It's time for our Boost Mobile Wave of the Day. Hey, you just saw this. Congratulations, Stephanie Gilmore, 883 on her last wave of this matchup that just came to a close.
Yeah, just beautiful to watch. This you can put on repeat and just burn it into your retinas, because that's the kind of surfing that I love to watch. That style, but also the touch of aggression that we're seeing from Steph.
Yeah, just classic Stephanie Gilmore on a right-hand groom point break. Does it get any better than that? Just, you know, it had the style, it had the power, and a little bit of flair and aggression. She looks like she spiced things up a little bit, so look out, here she comes.
She's adding fire in her performance. I really love it. Almost maybe a little frustrated. She fell on the wave before and just absolutely lights out on that final wave. Let's hear from Steph. She's hanging out with Kaipo.
Wow, Steph, it was worth waiting for. Last heat of the day, highest single wave score of the day. Yeah, pretty cool. Your thoughts?
I saw a lot of great surfing today, but the conditions look tough. Like that devil wind at Winky is really hard to read, so it just kind of turned on this last heat. I felt a bit bad, but I kept paddling out to Brisa and Courtney and be like, guys, it's so pumping out here. Like, can you believe there's just three of us? And I actually had one of the best waves I've had at Winky, and I fell off, so that was a bummer. But yeah, I'm actually about to go back out. I can't get enough. There's no one out. So
I was going to say, it's still good out there. I'm going to let you go back out, enjoy your session. Steph Gilmore onto the round of 60 with the highest single wave of the day. What a way to end the day, Joe.
I love it, Kaipo. Congrats, Steph. You've earned that session. Nobody out. She can't help herself. It's firing. 883, and there's more dreamy right-handers filling through with an empty lineup, and that's the Grominer. Hey, she's right back out there, Rich.
Yeah, absolutely. Why wouldn't you when you're seeing perfect 4 to 5 foot groomed Winkipop and no one out? Of course you're going to go. That's just the surfer, and you're going, I can't pass this up. I've got to do it.
What does that mean for you? Does she turn into your favorite to win this year here at Bells Beach?
Yeah, I like her odds, and I just like the question is she feeling more pressure last year at the mid-year cut, or is she feeling more pressure now? Because it certainly seems like her surfing's a lot freed up, but I like when Steph surfs under pressure, I like what we get from her.
Yeah.
Well, I know she's surfing now, but I want to know when we're doing this again. It was so much fun. Let's bring up Surf Lion, a great partner for us to dive into the forecast. Richie, love it. What do you make out of it?
Well, what I make out of it is that we had an amazing day of competition today. And that's that modest and fun size swell that we had on offer. We knew it was going to be in the water. It was a 14-second period swell. And while the wind was a little bit tricky in the morning, but came around offshore, perfect conditions. So we're going to have more of the same tomorrow. More of this west-southwest swell is going to push in, feed up into the Bells area. And then you can see over the next 4 days, things really start to get interesting on Saturday and Sunday. A bigger swell is going to come through. We're going to have a little bit of wind with it at the moment. So on the charts, we're going to have to navigate through that. The positive for me is that we're going to have plenty of swell, and we're going to be able to run this event in some really fun contestable waves.
Love that. Thank you, Richie. Thank you, Surfline, letting us know that we're going to have some great waves for this event. Opening day was absolutely incredible. It means a lot to us. It means a lot to Rip Curl as well, who's been hosting us for so many years as the ultimate surfing company. Rip Curl recently released the news that they officially became a B Corp. Let's take a look.
Hi everyone, I want to talk to you about some exciting news. Rip Curl's recent achievement in becoming a B Corp company. Now, you might be wondering what is B Corp.
Well, B Corps are businesses that meet the highest standards of social and environmental performance, public transparency, and legal accountability to balance purpose and profit.
In other words, B Corp are businesses that prioritise people and the planet, not just profit.
Today we want to highlight some of the key actions we have taken to achieve this certification.
As a company, we understand the impact of our actions on the environment,
which is why we tracked and certify our carbon emission to reduce our impact.
At our Torquay HQ, we installed solar panels to power our store, warehouse and office with renewable energy.
In our Thailand wetsuit factory, we've installed solar panels that offset their operational emissions.
We believe in treating our workers fairly, which is why we pay a living wage and provide social activities to show they are valued.
We are committed to restoring coastlines in different regions of the world
and celebrate 22 years of Rip Curl Planet Days.
Through our partnership with SurfAid, we protect our oceans and support communities. We also participate in SurfAid's annual Urban Surf Cup to raise awareness for ocean protection.
We believe in working with Indigenous Australians, and we understand the part we have to play in reconciliation here in Australia.
In times of crisis, we provide flood relief support, donated clothing and have provided financial support.
We focus on innovation and have created a sustainable product like a board short. This is made from the 100% recycled polyester.
We are committed to recycling and have a global TerraCycle wetsuit take-back program to recycle used wetsuits.
We also divert 50% of our waste to Airstep, who create carpet underlay using neoprene offcuts.
To ensure our suppliers share our values, the 100% are screened using third-party social monitoring.
These are just some of the actions that we've taken to become a B Corp certified company. I'm proud.
I am proud.
I am proud to represent a brand that believes in doing its part to protect the environment, support our communities,
and is committed to using business as a force for good.
Rip Curl is the ultimate surfing company.
The one that is the best for the planet.
It's time for the top 5. Let's get things started. Coming in at number 5, we had 6 surfers confirmed that made the cut. Pressure-free surfing for the rest of the season, even qualifying for the start of 2024.
Yeah, this is amazing. I mean, the top 5 in the men just solidifying their spot and just giving themselves a bit more motivation to make the WSL Rip Curl finals at lower trestles. I mean, all of the men that are in that final 5 picture at the moment, I wouldn't mind seeing them at lowers this year.
Absolutely. They've ticked the box. They're on to the next goal.
You gotta love that. Also, Molly Picklum wearing yellow, getting through her heat today, officially making the cut. As the top 5 continues, coming in at number 4. Things got down to the wire with Rodriguez and Jordy Smith moving through row.
Yeah, it was interesting watching this heat play out. You saw Michael Rodriguez, he was just going on everything and anything, trying to surf into rhythm. Jordy Smith, he had to dig deep to find advancement in this heat, but then Michael Rodriguez did this, Richie.
Yeah, amazing surfing. Emrod, as you said, was just kind of hunting and couldn't really find his rhythm, but then came back so strong in the end of this heat. And it wasn't an easy one at that either. These guys were dominating through the early half, but a great result for him, a confidence builder, and I really like that he took to the air. That was his weapon, and he used it well.
And they just knocked out Callum Robson right at the end. Callum got the news on the beach that he was going to the elimination round. Coming in number 3, excellence from John Florence. Rosie, what'd you see?
Oh man, just a festival of John high performance surfing. I just couldn't tear my eyeballs away from the screen. John just clicking into gear. He's been spending a lot of time here in Australia. He looks incredible.
He does look so good. I've got to apologise for all the grunts and ahs and screams that I was doing when I was commentating this heat. But it's just what I feel when I watch this guy doing turns like this, just those power hacks. And, you know, I can never get sick of watching this sort of surfing.
No, don't apologise, Rich. We were right there with you. All sorts of sounds were coming from the entire bluff. And Ross was happy for the debrief. Job well done for a previous Bows champ. Coming at number 2, lights out for Sally Fitzgibbons. Making no mistakes in this one, Rosie.
Yeah, I got to call this heat, Richie. It was phenomenal. Great to see an invigorated Sally Scotty, what did you make of it?
This is the best I've seen Sally surf in a couple of seasons now. She just looked so free, so loose, so powerful. There's some differences in her style that I'm seeing in this heat in particular compared to other heats, and her boards are looking amazing. So working with Glenn Pang there, she's going to be dangerous in this event.
Winning the post show, winning the top 5. Owen Wright on his retirement party takes over his opening round heat, Rosie.
Yeah, this was so fun to see. I mean, Owen coming in as a wild card. He said in a couple interviews that he feels sorry for his competitors because the mindset that he's taking in to this event, it's all or nothing.
Wouldn't it just be a fairy tale ending to ring the bell on the way out? But man, with surfing like that, the guy could still be on the tour for a long time to come. But we understand the reasons why he's walking away, and pleasure watching him do his thing over the years.
Well, sometimes it's a surprise, isn't it? Sometimes athletes don't want the attention that can come with such a big retirement announcement. I'm really thankful that it's really going this way for Owen Wright. Remember Mick Fanning when he came close to winning the bell on his final event? I mean, with that kind of energy, being in Australia, just like Mick in front of his major sponsor of Rip Curl, maybe it's going to happen, Rosie.
I think so. I mean, he's made the quarterfinals, I think, 6 times. He's just got to go 2 more heats. It's like 4 more waves for the guy, you know?
Well, with surfing like that, anything's possible. You know, he's a real danger man out here. He's got that big backhand attack, so much leverage and power, and yeah, it's going to be a sad day when he when this event's over and we don't see him in competition anymore.
And just Richie updates again on when we could possibly get things going again in that elimination round, which is on deck.
Yeah, I definitely think tomorrow's a possibility. The swell will taper off just a little bit, but we'll definitely come down and look at it in the morning. But then again, Saturday, things start to ramp up again, so confident over the weekend we'll be running heats.
Solid. Looking forward to it. Rosie, any last-minute changes to your fantasy team from what you saw today?
I'm going to stick with who I've got. I think everyone's ripping.
Well done. Everyone out there playing fantasy, you still have time to make those changes before we get started with the next round of competition in the round of 32 and the round of 16. Thank you for being with us on an incredible opening day of competition. We'll leave you with the highlights of the Rip Curl Pro Bells Beach presented by Bonsoy. Join us tomorrow morning on WorldSurfLeague.com for the call. Take care. We'll see you then. This copyrighted event broadcast is produced by the World Surf League for broadcast around the world and may not be retransmitted, reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise distributed or used in any form without the written consent of the World Surf League.